Bludhaven. How blood became new blood. Chapter 5. Battle for Bludhaven, Pratune.
Ian! Richard Furnace best Shakespeare! It has action and tanks and explosions were happening and one of them was a plane! One!
SN. Does who fight further? Vias.
Now I will show you the greatest powers of the badass.
Zaber growled and lunged the Z of Zaber Zoros, but I deflected it with a blood banana and blood splattered everywhere.
My turn!
I lolled and launched some swears rods, and they scratched him some, but he slapped them off and said,
Gias team, these are mad with your Gias not, cause I wrote it when you weren't looking.
Zaber glowed with badass, cause he activated the Gias.
My badass Gias.
Then he did a flip and shaved some hairy spikes and shooted them in rapid fire.
Then I will take this on by hand!
As I smooshed one hand with a gun and another with a cannon, so it was a hand gun and a hand cannon, and shooting through the hairs, and Zaber gave a face full of WTF. It's like jumping into a scary bus and then you learn it's driven by Satan, but it's not a bus at all, because it's a hell chariot with a flaming horse, and that's how WTF it was. Which just so happened to be my next attack, as I sicked the hell chariot right in Zaber's man thing and smacked him against the wall.
Next, nuclear Gias.
He shooted nuclears and Zaber Zoros and more hair and detonated the nuclears. And shooted more nuclears and I tried shielding with a blood banana, but the explosions ate it. : I madded and slicked Mohawk, then breathed lava on Zaber's face, which burned real hard, but it grew back with his badass Gias because he was that badass.
Now I want you to face some badass nuclears.
As both gets weird, and the nuclears shooted all over the place, and hellfire spewed from the impact sites that left smoke all over and we couldn't see. Seeing no other choice, I decided to make some true emotions and spatted out all my teeth in rapid fire, and they exploded in Zaber's eyes, so his Gias were downed.
Rah!
Zaber punched his head so far that the exploded teeth fragments flew back out at me, but I moved to the sud, and they just blew up someplace unimpotent. Punch and punch and kick and headbutt meeted each other and smoosh.
Okay, well hooray, the hell is this dual gong? You got like any other techniques? Cause I'm pretty bored of this and I like really wanna take over Heaven soon.
I moaned because this was really getting on my nerves.
Okay then, prepare for me to open my third eye seeing through the overground.
Zaber badass and the third eye opened and geared up real powerful.
Everything Gias.
Okay, we leave the commercial break, so here's an eye catch. It's to the tune of the Azamango Deo one, cause I thought that one was funny. Blood banana smoosh, smush a blood banana smooshed.
Blood banana smooshy smoosh, blood banana smoosh. SN, the Prince of Freedom. Final Fantasy VII. A giant glow emanated from Zaber as planets and stars and galaxies and pigeons all assembled into a giant Zaber.
I call this the true Zaber. Have some slash.
Lolled Zaber and did a giant slash.
F_CK!
A gained gash was on my forehead, but I didn't care because this was it, and I uppercutted him back, but he grabbed the uppercut and hurled me into some lava, then Styx, then desert, and sandstorm, and balcoals, and suns, and blood-hungry pigeons. I lay heavily damaged and scared because Zaber was real powerful.
Now taste the ultimate laser.
The Zazer. A giant Z-shaped laser made of all that carp that had hit me before.
Only one thing to do!
I desperated and desperate, because I was really fucked here. I raised my head up and held the Zazer back, waiting for the right moment. And I curved the Zazer back at Zaber! He took all that damn game back and fouled, but cocked his fall and landed safe. Then we jumped up and slashed and slashed and slashed and slashed and higher and higher and higher and higher and crossed in X shape and scratched each other on the side, then leaped forward and jumped off each other's kicks. Then some icicles shooted out from the arena and froze to lava. Then that exploded and steam was everywhere. Then the blood bananas erupted from some nearby orchards, and I ate them and powered up, and Zaber whirled his evoicing gears.
I shall make my everything gears. A cider ninja gears.
Then Zaber leaped like a robo and did chop with a shuriken and then slashed the Zaber and flanked some rogues, but he missed me this TM. Zaber did more leaps like a frog, except cider, and headbutted a nuclear, but I punched it, but he humped it, but I bit and spat it back, and then we were kicked so hard it blew up in both our faces. 0_O.
Well then, let us finish this once and for all!
We both shooted and wind blew both of our hair so hard it was torn off and did full orbit and smacked right back on our heads. It was switched around so we passed each other's hairs backwards. Now we lunged in full charge, pushing as hard as we could, and harder, and Zaber was holding up, but he had a weak spot. And I taped it and he faltered, and I zoomed forward and crashed hard all over the place. And he was conned!
Blood, you have become the true badass. Now go and make your Bludhaven.
Thank you, Zabery dude! Now I am off to kill God and become the Lord of Heaven and Hell!
So I got baked, do hell, and got in Satan's bus and molded the dead frog into a nuclear cannon hidden in it that would shoot with a trigger in the car and ignited the flame screen, which was oddly visible on the inside, I guess, 'cause magic. Anyways, I rode to heaven and heard a voice. Oh my gosh, that is Satan's butt, but it seems oddly bloody and kinda shinnig. Oh, it's blood. Release the Agnels. SN. Heaven. P4.
Try me!
I roared. Some angels shooted halos, but I spat blood and the halos exploded and the Agnels crashed into each other. That being said, I realized heaven actually has a pretty long road, do God, so there'd be tons of Algnes, do Kyle! I jumped out of the bus and blew the gates wide open, then threw myself into heaven and hurled some more Agnels into each other, but I was surrounded. Not surrounded no more now! Shooted an odd warrior with 6 arms. Realizing he was a help, I passed him a special swear sword and he cut all the angels with a sword shockwave. That I jumped over, then landed with us back.
So, I am Blood Banana, King of Shinigami and Shinigami King, and you are?
Interdimensional swordman sperm, Gilgamesh! We did tons of slash on hordes and hordes of angels, but some halos scraped my Mohawk, which was annoying. And then we did some more hurls and the angles exploded in crosses like Evangelion, but then God yelled, send in the Angleroids! And then some verbose angles shooted in and threw in some holy clears, which were nuclears baptized in holy water, because that made them holy and also exploded in choruses. And that hurt some, and they were all like,
Master, Matsua, Master, 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 Mazda.
and they wouldn't fucking shut up for real, you guys! Then we did some more kikes and punches and finally got past the reception part of heaven and entered the shopping center!
This is the battle for Bludhaven!
I shooted so loud every cash register exploded and I got all the cash, which was none, because you can buy everything for free in heaven, so they actually have no cash in the registers, just give receipts, but no one in heaven made the non-cash model, because this one was ingrained in peeps' lives. So, I went to a Starbucks and grabbed some holy roast and then got suited up for the battle with the blood bananas left over from my delivery in the storage that never came because I was away, but now I'm not, and I unleashed a flurry of the 100 fist hand grenade, which is the 100 fists, but every fist does a hand grenade and explodes, and this time I learned how to make sure I wouldn't lose my hand in the process. Then the angels and the angeloids cackled in, and Gilgamesh and I roared, let's do this!
Get ready, the real fight begins soon! Are you